Question 46. Question 46 asks that which of the following has a single unit membrane? Which of the following have a single unit membrane? Now option are given as, option A is given as ribosome. Now ribosome is a membraneless, so that cannot have a single unit membrane. Statement option B is given as peroxisome. Peroxisome is a microbody and microbodies are a single membrane, so it is the correct one. Option C is given that nucleolus and nucleolus are membraneless, so that cannot be have a single unit membrane. And D is given as a centrosome. Centrosome are also membraneless, so they cannot have a membrane. So single unit membrane found is option B, that is a peroxisome, and that is the correct answer. Next is question 47. Question 47 asks that which organelle of a cell causes synthesis of steroid? Now synthesis of steroids. Now steroids are synthesized by steroids and lipids are synthesized by smooth endoplasmic reticulum, that is SER. So the endoplasmic reticulum, that is A, become a correct answer for this thing. Next is question 48. Question 48 asks that which one of the following activator remains attached with the ATP in plasma membrane? Remains attached with ATP in plasma membrane. Now the factor is nothing but a magnesium, so Mg2 plus become the correct answer. Now after that, question 49. Question 49 asks that how many mitotic division occur in a root tip cell to form 256 cells. Now how many mitotic divisions? So actually this question is meaning to us how many mitotic division generation are required to form a 256 cells. Now here if we know that there is a one cell, this one cell give rise to the 2, then 2 to 4, 4 to 8, 8 to 16, 16 to 32, 32 to 64, then to 128, then 256, then 250. So how many generation have used here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 mitotic generation have been observed. So 8 is given as an answer in option B. Now if we want to identify with a shortcut, then we can have a short trick for this. Now 2 power n is equal to 256. So 2 power n is equal to 2 power 8. So n is equal to 8. So 8 becomes the correct answer. Next is question number 50. Now question 50 asks that which is correct for a structure of a cell wall? Now which is correct for a structure of cell wall of bacteria and fungi? Now bacterial cell wall is made up of peptidoglycan, and peptidoglycan is a polymer of N-acetyl-glucosamine and N-acetylmuramic acid, whereas fungi cell wall is made up of chitin or chitin, which is a polymer of N-acetylglucosamine. So N-acetylglucosamine is a common for the structure of cell wall of bacteria and fungi. So both are made up of N-acetylglucosamine, that is option C is the correct answer. Next is question 51. Question 51 asks that the term nucleolus was coined by. So we remember that nucleolus was discovered by Fontana, but the term nucleolus was given by Bowman. So C is the correct answer. Next is question 52. Question 52 asks that homologous pairing of prophase 1 of meiosis 1 is called. Now, homologous pairing of chromosome occur during zygoting phase of prophase 1 of meiosis 1, and this process is known as synapsis. So you can see if there is this chromosome is there and this is another chromosome is there and there is some protein accumulated and they join them, then this group of protein form a complex that is known as synaptonemal complex, and the phenomena of pairing is known as synopsis. That is option A become correct answer. Next is question 53. Question 53 asks that molecules that are too large to pass through the pores of a cell membrane may enter the cell by a process known as. So, large molecule entry. How this occurs? So this occurs by a phenomena that is known as pinocytosis. Now what is pinocytosis that we should understand? It is known as cell drinking phenomena. What happens if there any liquid globule with the food particles? It is a liquid globule with food particle come in contact with any cell. What happens? This cell carry out some invagination, and by this invagination this globule of liquid with food particles come within. Then this join and this become separated from this as a globule. Now this pinching off occur, and this pinched thing is particularly a liquid globule, and then later on this liquid globule get digested by lysosome. So option B is the correct answer, that is pinocytosis. Next is question 54. Question 54 asks that centrosomes chromosomes always exist. So we remember they come in pair but usually they exist singly. So C is the correct answer. Next is question 55. Question 55 asks that in prokaryote chromatophores are. So chromatophores, they are internal membranous system. They are internal membranous system that may become extensive and complex in photosynthetic bacteria. Become complex and extensive in bacteria. That is photosynthetic bacteria. Now these chromatophores are structurally and functionally similar to eukaryotic chloroplast. So option D become the correct answer for the chromatophores of prokaryote. Next comes question 55. Question 55 asks that question 56 sorry question 56 question 56 asks that the assertion is given as powerhouse of cell is mitochondria. It is correct. And reason is given that ATP is produced in correct. ATP is produced in mitochondria. Because of this, mitochondria is known as power of cells. So both assertion and reason are correct, and reason is a correct explanation of A. So the reason is not a correct explanation of A. So B become the correct answer. Next is question 57. Question 57 asks that peptide synthesis inside a cell takes place in. Now peptide is nothing but a chain of amino acid, and chain of amino acid will form a protein. So proteins are synthesized, or peptides are synthesized by ribosome. So option D become the correct answer for the question 57. Next is question 58. Now question 58 asks that in plant cells the dictyosomes are derived from. Now dictyosome is nothing but a plant Golgi body, and this plant Golgi body are found in coordination with the ER, so that ER is giving rise to the Golgi body. So A is the correct answer. Next is question 59. Question 59 asks that mitotic index means. So mitotic index is equal to the ratio of dividing cell upon non-dividing cell. So it is a fact-based question, you have to remember. So C is the correct answer. And next is question 60. Question 60 asks that which stage connecting link between meiosis 1 and meiosis 2. Now meiosis 1 and 2 is connected by intrameiotic interface, means the interface which exists within the meiosis, that is intrameiotic interface, which is known as interkinases. So C become the correct answer.